Where do we look for additional answers? By Pierre de Faro. What makes us know what the right thing to do is? In a situation where science doesn't help us find the right answer, there are other factors that have to be played into account. The right thing for me can be totally different from what is right for you. We base our answers depending on our personal experiences and knowledge. In the next few slides, I will explain using real life situations how different ways of knowing has helped people solve controversial problems. Even though other people didn't agree with them, it was crucial for them to believe that what they were doing was really the right thing. In our first situation, we find a girl who had a terminal illness. She was asked whether she wanted to keep being alive for a few weeks but be kept in a hospital while undergoing painful procedures, or instead dying in her bed and going to heaven. This, of course, took a very difficult decision, but the parents decided in the end to let the girl take the decision for herself. In the end, she chose to go to heaven. But what was so okay was the fact that when being introduced to both ideas, her parents said to her that if she died, she was going to heaven, where she would run and play with God. As most 5-year olds, they don't know the reality of death, and it could be possible that she might have pictured heaven as a giant playground. With this in mind, we can ask ourselves, how can religious knowledge systems affect life-changing decisions? How can we as humans try to look for answers to unsolvable mysteries such as life after death? Religion can be something very important in a person, since it can give you these answers, even though they might not be true. The idea of going to heaven isn't a, isn't a simple place where people go when they die. It is a goal which people have to earn their way to it. If we use our logic, we can assume that nothing happens after we die. Our body rots in the ground and life goes on. With time, people start using their logic, and deep down they know the truth. But still, we like to think that it's wrong. A 5-year-old isn't aware of all these things, and they prefer using their sense perception. She has used past experiences in the hospital to discard that option, and instead has chosen what she thinks is the best way to go. Around the world, right from birth, babies have been addicted to drugs. When a woman consumes drugs when being pregnant, the toxins get to the baby, causing it to be dependent of the drug. Babies are born with uncontrollable shaking, and many die a few weeks after birth. Doctors are supposed to inform the police about these cases, but many of them don't. They are led by their emotions to avoid separating a mother from her baby. Here, the ethical part of the topic colludes with the emotion. The ethical right thing to do is to follow the law and call the police, but your emotions can trick you into thinking that the mother has changed and will do a good job at raising the baby. It is also important to have in mind that the doctors, when calling the police, they become the bad guy in the story, and by not doing anything, they are putting in danger the life of the kid. There is when the doctors usually choose what's right for themselves, a personal benefit. In conclusion, people find additional answers when science can't give us a right answer. We use all the ways of knowing that we can to try and find the best possible answer with the best possible results. This can surely be different depending on the person, since honestly there isn't a right answer in life. Religion and ethics are just here to make our decisions easier, since they have been taught us since we were born. But that doesn't mean they are right. Nevertheless, it is important that we know that there are many answers to different problems, and it is important to be open-minded and take others' ideas into consideration in order to expand our knowledge.